This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
A bench trial is underway for two Royal City brothers charged in a July 2017 gang-related shooting in Moses Lake. The Moses Lake City Council selected Dean Hankins Tuesday night to fill a position left vacant by the resignation of Mike Norman.
Nearly 8 months after the Monument Hill fire, Grant PUD crews replaced the last of the utility poles damaged by the blaze.
After taking a 2-week break, Moses Lake softball finally hit the field again when Davis came to town.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
A bench trial is underway for two Royal City brothers charged in a July 2017 gang-related shooting in Moses Lake. 22-year-old Jesus Torres and 20-year-old Jonathan Torres are both charged with assault in the first degree and drive-by shooting in connection to the July 28 shooting. Both waived their right to a jury trial, and they are being tried at the same time. The Torres brothers were arrested at a home in Royal City after a woman suffered a gunshot wound to her head near the corner of West 4th Avenue and Holly Street in Moses Lake. Police had responded about 7:30 p.m. to reports of two erratically driven vehicles and shots fired. Neither vehicle was on scene when police arrived, but shortly after, police were notified of a 23-year-old woman with a gunshot wound being treated at Samaritan Hospital. A passenger in the woman's car reportedly told police the woman and her boyfriend were in Moses Lake to celebrate her birthday, and they had gone to Apex Cannabis on West Broadway Avenue. Shortly after entering the store, Jesus Torres walked in and reportedly approached the woman's boyfriend. The two reportedly began fighting and were both kicked out of the store. After leaving, the victim made several turns as the Torres brothers were following close behind. The woman then abruptly stopped after Jesus Torres allegedly fired at least 8 shots out of the passenger window. The group in the victim's vehicle were eventually able to get a ride to the hospital, and police say the bullet had slowed enough while hitting a window and the headrest that it did not penetrate the woman's skull. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Maytag and the family pooch have a lot in common. Both are loyal, both aim to please, and both are tenacious dish cleaners. But only one can sanitize. Maytag. What's inside matters.
Maytag Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
The Moses Lake City Council selected Dean Hankins Tuesday night to fill a position left vacant by the resignation of Mike Norman. Hankins was one of 12 candidates to apply for the vacant position. The candidates were interviewed during Tuesday's council meeting, answering a series of questions before the field was narrowed to 5 finalists. Hankins will be sworn in during the April 24th council meeting and will serve the remainder of Norman's term, which ends December 31st, 2019. Norman unexpectedly resigned from his position in February. Hankins, a U.S. Air Force veteran and retired physician assistant, ran for city council in the November 2017 general election, losing to Michael Riggs in the race for position number 1. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
Nearly 8 months after the Monument Hill fire, Grant PUD crews replaced the last of the utility poles damaged by the blaze. Because of their location, the last 2 poles had to be brought in by helicopter. The poles you see are on a ridge 2 miles northeast of Highway 28 along Palisades Road in Douglas County. The 5,000-acre fire torched 22 Grant PUD utility poles. The fire knocked out power to about 7,000 customers as a result of the damage. I'm Sean Goggins for iFIBER 1 News.
After taking a 2-week break, Moses Lake softball finally hit the field again when Davis came to town. It didn't take long for the Chiefs to knock off the rust, winning by 10-point rule in the bottom of the 5th inning. The game ended in an unorthodox way when the pitcher, sophomore Gina Skinner, put the final nail in the coffin. In the bottom of the 5th, Skinner whacked the pitch out of the park, giving Moses Lake an 11-1 lead and immediately ending the game. Coach Mike Hoffine said that Skinner hitting a home run wasn't exactly the plan.
We needed 3 to end it, and we got the first 2 on, and ironically, I actually asked her to sacrifice them over on that first pitch, and she didn't get the bunt down, and then she swung away and hit it out of the park, and so maybe that's the last time I call for a sac bunt out of her, but yeah, so.
It was pretty good. I was happy we got to get the win right after that and end the game. It's a good way to end it.
I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.